video for a huge announcement. Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Hey, my brother has been bullying me a ton lately, but I've been studying his tactics, and I know how to get him back. I've set up a bucket above his door so that when he walks through, he'll get soaked. Oh, here he comes. Shh.
I know what's gonna happen. Yep, I knew it.
What?
You dare use my own spells against me.
Ah! Hi, I'm Bryson, and this is my older brother, Brayden. We're best friends now.
Yeah, I know.
But our relationship wasn't always like that. Brayden was a total bully, and I was the innocent victim for our whole lives.
That's not...
Shut up. Anyway,
You don't get to tell me to shut up.
Back off, it's my
I don't
channel.
care. I'm boss.
I have more money. You better lawyer up. Anyway, today I wanted to regale you with some of the fantastical stories of our sibling rivalry and how that blossomed into a beautiful friendship. Let's start at the beginning. Brayden had a huge problem with me minding my own business. I would just be chilling in my room playing with Legos and he would come in and knock them down. It's kind of like a beaver when it sees water. They both think, well, someone's got to put a stop to this. One time we were wrestling and we had stuffed pillows under our shirts for protection. Brayden saw this and thought,
Oh, he's got a pillow under his shirt. He's immune to all attacks, so it doesn't matter how hard I hit him.
Then he kicked me into a stool. It dug into my unprotected back and knocked the wind out of me.
Okay, stop being so dramatic. You're fine. Look, I'm thinking there's no reason we can't keep this little incident between us. Don't tell Mom, or I'll wring your neck. Okay, all good. See you later.
Okay,
Brayden himself has told me...
Dude, that sounded like he was dying. Like, sheesh.
That he didn't discover empathy until one day when he threw a pine cone at Brody's back and made him bleed.
Oh.
Empathy. Okay.
Anyway.
He didn't apply empathy until several years later, though. Even now, his empathy is selective. Brayden loves pushing buttons. Growing up with him was a masterclass in making other people mad. And bothering me was easy. I just wanted peace, and Brayden knew exactly how to shatter that peace. For example, for several nights in a row, I would be in bed, Brayden would come in and say,
You've had it far too good for far too long.
and then beat me up.
Dude, it's a full-on Smash Bros. Battle.
After, I would say, why? And he would say,
No reason. Unprovoked. Anyways, see you same time tomorrow night.
one time we were on a family cruise and Mom wanted us all to take a picture together. At this point, Brayden's button pushing and bothersome tendencies had infected all of us. It was like a virus. Brayden would bother me, and to blow off steam, I would bother Brenner. What a healthy brother dynamic. Hurt people, what can I say? Am I right? And further, Brayden was an expert at making it seem like it was my fault and playing innocent. So there we were, getting ready to take a picture, and Brody and Brayden decide this would be the perfect time to start grabbing my butt. Obviously, I get angry and start pushing and trying to get them to stop as they laugh at me. Mom hears the ruckus and, of course, assumes I'm just causing problems for no reason and says, Bryson, stop! So I tried to just deal with it and smile for the picture as my brothers laughed at me. Here is a recreation of that picture. I lost on all accounts. I look super ugly.
Dude, what the heck is that? What is that?
I'm trying not to squirm because my butt is being grabbed. Mom was mad at me, and Brody and Brayden look great. They were experiencing the pure joy of a devious master plan coming together. They knew I had no options, so their smiles are genuine. Neither of them had ever, nor ever would again, smile that brightly for any family photos. However, me and Brayden did have a team up on that same trip. I was in the shower, and Brenner kept turning off the light to bug me. I kept warning him that I would spit water on him if he kept turning off the light, but that only strengthened his resolve to bother me. He would turn it off and then run away down the hall over and over. Eventually, I asked Brayden to help me administer justice to Brenner, and he agreed. Brayden hid behind the door, Brenner came back and turned off the light, but before he could escape, Brayden grabbed him.
Do it! Now!
As I filled up my mouth with water to spray Brenner, I started laughing about how funny it was gonna be when I sprayed him. But the laughter caused me to accidentally inhale the water. It all went in my lungs and I started coughing violently.
It sounds like bro is dying. Look at that.
And something about that made my stomach go, oh yeah, he's coughing. Let's just do a full reset. Send all stomach contents back from whence they came, please. Beep. And I threw up in the shower as my brothers watched. I should have just thrown up on Brenner. He would have never bothered me again. But alas. Here's another example of Braden's shenanigans infecting his fellow men. We were in high school at this point, and Braden had taken a liking to flipping me off. However, eventually it just became an inside joke to us, and I would flip him off back. So we would do this all the time to each other as confused bystanders watched. It basically became our way of greeting each other. But one day, this harmless prank went quite wrong. We were getting food at a restaurant. I paid,
I
and the
know
lady
what's
gave
gonna
me my
happen.
receipt, and I went to
It's
give her a
the wrong
thumbs up,
emote.
but the habit was so deeply ingrained in me that I accidentally flipped her off. Luckily, her head was turned, and as she turned back in the nick of time, I switched my hands to a thumbs up. That was the real-life equivalent of using the wrong emote.
Oh, yep.
I told Braden about it, and we laughed and flipped each other off. Honestly, there aren't a ton of crazy stories of Braden
Yeah.
bullying me. It was more
I don't care.
of an evenly spread slow burn that chipped away at my sanity for years. For example, hitting me unprovoked to keep me on my toes, stealing my stuff and hiding it, kicking me off the Xbox, giving me a disconnected controller to make me think I was playing a video game with him, pushing me too hard on the rope swing so I would hit a tree, splashing me in pools, and throwing the hot potato at me way too hard, etc. That kind of stuff takes a toll when you're small. It was a vicious cycle of him purposefully aggravating me too much and me being too sensitive. And there's no rhyme or reason to his crimes either. It usually plays out like this. What a brute. No matter. I know his tactics. He's trying to get a reaction out of me. Well, he's out of luck. I've gained total mastery over my emotions. That being said, I've got to find a way to get him back for this. Later tonight, I'll set a trap for him in his room. When he walks in, I'll be hiding in the closet with a water gun to soak him. And then I'll frame Brenner for it. It will be the perfect crime. Laugh while you can, Braden, because tonight, your reign comes to an end.
Prank him, John.
All this being
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen because I watched this video before.
said, at least one good story about Braden, because he truthfully is a great brother, and I love him very much. The year was 2017, and I was
Okay.
about to turn 16. The Nintendo Switch was releasing the next day, and I asked my parents if I could wake up early, wait in line at the store, and buy the Switch with their money for my birthday, since it would probably be out of stock everywhere by the time my birthday really did arrive. They said no, and I went to bed disappointed. Then at 5 a.m., Braden woke me up and told me that Mom and Dad only told me no to make it a surprise, and that we were going to the store to buy it now. It was a great brother experience, and I'll always have fond memories of waiting in line with Braden and playing Zelda. And here I am 6 years later playing the new Zelda on that same release day Switch.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That being said, sometimes Braden does half nice, half mean things. Hey, leave him alone, punks. That's my job. Ow! Now, I don't claim to be the innocent victim in all these circumstances. I push Braden's buttons too. As my mom taught us, it takes two for contention, and I will not be one. But with me and Braden, I would change it to, it takes two for contention, and we will both be one. On that note, Braden avidly claims that I once threw a full can of Sprite at his head. I don't remember this at all, but admittedly, it's not
Okay.
fully out of character for me. And one time we were on a tandem kayak together, and I was purposefully rowing out of sync with him so that our paddles would clank together.
Right, left, right, left. Do it right.
I'm trying. Sometimes I forget my lefts and rights.
Just follow my lead. Left, right, left, right. You're doing it wrong on purpose.
What are you gonna do about it? Tip me? We're on the same boat, idiot. But I also do nice things for him, like finding him a wife. Let me explain.
Yeah.
One time, a bunch of families and friends in my neighborhood went on a big old camping/hiking trip, and I was eating lunch with our family friend Kira. As we chatted and ate, I said to her, "You should date Braden."
I don't think Braden's really my type.
And I thought to myself, sure he isn't, honey. And 5 years later, I was the best man at their wedding. Called it. Brayden owes his marriage to me. As such, I will be naming the firstborn child.
No.
The baby's name will be Bryson 2. The sequel.
Not happening.
It's happening, guys. Here's another family love story. Brody brought home a girl named Jen to meet the family, so we decided to all play a board game together. It was a secret role game. We will call it Secret Bad Guy.
I don't know the actual name, so. Do I look kind of cross-eyed?
Anyway, in the board game, the good guys are trying to figure out who the bad guys are and stop them to win. We got our secret roles, and I was the bad guy. I had to keep my identity secret and convince everyone that I was a good guy. The game went on, and it got to the point where if I was elected as chancellor, me and the bad guys would win. I had been purposefully playing in a way that had Brayden totally convinced that I was innocent. Mom was skeptical, but Brayden advocated for me and elected me as chancellor because I had earned his trust. The vote passed.
If Bryson is the bad guy, then we lose. Bryson, you're not the bad guy, right?
Brayden was so angry that I had deceived him that he literally grabbed me, threw me on the table, and strangled me as I laughed. All while Jen watched in horror. What a great introduction to the family. Somehow she ignored that red flag and married Brody anyway. The warnings were there. She signed up for this, so that's on her. And I'm not married. Speaking of
Creamy roasted red pepper and tomato soup.
Part 2 of
board games, I only remember playing Monopoly once. All I remember is someone getting angry, grabbing the metal airplane piece, and throwing it like a ninja star out of anger. It missed and stuck into the wall. Good thing, too. It could have stabbed someone's eye out. I don't remember who threw it, but I know in my heart that it was Brayden. Anyway, as me and Brayden grew, we became best friends. Siblings are crazy like that. You spend your whole life fighting each other, and then one day you're the hams today. This is a game that I genuinely believe in. We truly
Okay, goodbye. I don't care about the rest of the video. Goodbye.